back to another penmanship lesson with Miss Hines. Now remember, for this activity, we need our workbook, our pencil, and our pointer finger. Now, for this lesson, we are going to be focusing on the next vowel. So our first vowel that we did, let me open our workbook. The first vowel that we practiced writing was white shape. And we know that white shape says ah. Then, when we finished with the second page, we moved on to our blue shape. And we know that blue shape says eh. We finished the second page of blue shape together. And now for this video, or for this lesson, we are going to be moving on to pink shape. And pink shape says eh. Now, before we get started, Miss Hines would like to show you what we are going to be doing after we finish watching this video. So, Miss Hines is going to show you how to use your pointer finger to trace your pink shape. Then she's going to show you how to hold your pencil and trace your pink shape. And then when we're finished doing that on the first page, we are going to turn over our page. And we are going to do the first line at the top. Do you see where my finger is? And Miss Hines has written the day. And the day at the top says Monday. So we're only going to be doing this first line on Monday. Then, when it's Tuesday, we will do this line. Then, when it's Wednesday, we will do this line. Then on Thursday, we will do this one. And Friday is when you get to try writing your pink shapes all by yourself. So remember, we're only doing a line a day. So let's begin. We're going to turn back to our first page of pink shape. Miss Hines is going to zoom in a little bit so you can see better. All right. Now, before we begin, let us look at our pink shape carefully. Do you notice how it has a line that comes down and it curves, and then it has a little dot on top? Now, pink shape has two steps to it. First, we come down the slide, lift off, then we give it a dot. So let's try on the second one. We come down the slide, lift off, give it a dot on top. Let's try the next one. Come down the slide, lift off, give it a dot on top. Start here, we come down the slide, lift off, give it a dot on top. Now notice where my pointer finger started. I didn't put my pointer finger on the dot and come down. I started here at the top of my line, and I came down the slide, lift off, and then I went and put the dot on top. Let's try the next one together. Go down the slide, lift off, dot on top. Next one. I know you can do it. Go down the slide, lift off, dot on top. Last one for the pointer finger. Let's go. Down the slide, lift off, dot on top. Fantastic job. Now, let's look closely at the next three lines that we have to do. For these three lines, we are going to be using our pencil. But before we get into holding our pencil, let's look at these pink shapes carefully. Do you notice that there's no dot on top of the pink shape? That's because when we are finished tracing it with our pencil, Miss Hines left the space at the top empty for you to put your dot on top. So, get those pencils ready. Remember, thumb and pointer finger and your middle finger. Your pencil should rest. Pretend it's like sleeping in the bed. 2 fingers to hold it, 1 finger underneath, so it looks like this. Okay? Now, one hand is holding the paper steady and the other one is holding your pencil ready. Now let's see how Miss Hines traces her pink shape. So we start here at the top. We come down the slide, lift off, And then we come back to the top here and we put a dot on top. Ta-da! All right, let's try the next one. Remember, we start at the top. We go down the slide, lift off, dot on top. Awesome, keep going. Remember to move your hand across. Start at the top, go down the slide, lift off, dot on top. Now, do you see that Miss Hines went off her line a little bit? Remember I said that's okay. If you make a mistake, try again. We don't give up, we keep trying. Start at the top, go down that slide, lift off, give it a dot. All right. Let's see if we can get the last two lines done. All right, so we finished our first page of pink shapes. Remember, this page is what you follow along with the video on Monday. And we also turn over our paper and we're gonna do the first line at the top and then stop, because this one is also to be done on Monday. So remember, the first thing we do, we can rest our pencils here. First thing we do is use our pointer finger to trace the first pink shape, and then we're going to use our pencil for the other pink shapes on that line. Okay? So, pointer finger ready. So start here. We go down the slide, lift off, dot on top. Now remember, if they couldn't get the formation on the previous page, pull the video back and let them try it again as many times as they need to. But once they've mastered the concept, they can always use their pencil. Make sure they're holding it correctly. And let's begin our tracing. Remember to hold your paper. Start at the top. Down the slide. Lift off. Give it a dot on top. Next one. Down the slide. Lift off. Dot on top. Down the slide, lift off, dot on top. Down the slide, lift off, dot on top. Now notice my pink shape is sitting on my line. He's not floating in midair. He has to be able to sit on the line. Last one. Down the slide, lift off, dot on top. And we have finished our work for Monday. Great job today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.